Hey y'all, and welcome back to my channel. Today's a quick, fun, elevating video. We are taking a product and elevating it. We elevated Hamburger Helper. A very, very big staple in my household. Growing up, my mom made Hamburger Helper all the time. It's cheap, it's quick, it's filling, and when you elevate it and add to it, it's just delicious. That's what we did today. We had the cheesy Italian shells, and this is what our final product looks like. It turned out super creamy and hearty, and honestly better than I thought it would. In addition to the elevation of our Hamburger Helper, we also tried a new product. We tried the new Silk Ultra Protein. There's 20 grams of protein in this milk. We used it instead of regular milk. So, enough jibber jabber. Let's taste test. It is so creamy. And it smells super cheesy and very herby because we added in that Italian seasoning, and then it already came with seasoning, so it smells yummo. Whoa. That's right. Good food dance. Good food dance for Hamburger Helper. Who knew? That is a burst of flavor in your mouth. I mean, Hamburger Helper's always been really great with the seasoning, in my humble opinion. But all of the seasoning that we added to it really complements the Italian aesthetic of the dish, if you will. So everything's really working well together. And then the cheesy flavors coming through, and the corn's a nice little pop that we added. And the milk, it cooked up really well. Didn't make the consistency weird at all. And if I'm getting that much protein, then I will take it. So that is elevated Hamburger Helper and a new product. Keep watching the video, guys. See how it all came together and how that milk really was before we put it in the Hamburger Helper. So stick around, y'all. Okay, y'all, let's get going on step one of our product elevation. We are elevating Hamburger Helper. This was a staple in my household as a kid, and my mom would elevate it too. She would add in beans or corn, you know, just take it to another level. So that's what we're going to do today, just elevate it to a whole new delicious level. Let's get going on step one, which is our meat. We'll be using the Gardein beefless grounds. This is quickly becoming my preferred over the Morningstar crumbles. Can't believe that. I still use the crumbles for certain things that I'm looking for a different consistency with, but this consistency is very crumbly, just like ground beef. So that's what we're using today. So to our 3 tablespoons of heated canola oil, we're going to put our grounds. So to our hamburger, we're going to go ahead and start adding in our seasoning. To our grounds, we're going to add some vegetarian Worcestershire sauce. We're going to add salt and pepper. We're going to add a half a tablespoon of onion powder, a half a tablespoon of garlic powder, and our Hamburger Helper today is cheesy Italian. So our last seasoning is going to be just a dash of Italian seasoning. We're just trying to play on the flavor of the Hamburger Helper. Once you have all of your seasonings in your ground, we're going to let it cook until they are browned, and then we'll come back and move on to the next step. It's been 3 minutes and our grounds are starting to get brown. They're almost there. So now we want to go ahead and go on to our next elevating step. We're going to pop in a half a cup of frozen corn. Now with this flavor, the Italian, I went with corn. You could definitely do peas or even a bean, like a pinto bean, pop in there. With the chili mac, I tend to add chili beans, and it's quite delicious. But we went with corn today because that's what I had in my freezer. So we're going to let the corn cook with the grounds for 2 minutes, and then we'll come back and move on to the next step. Okay, it's been 2 minutes and our corn is nice and cooked in with our grounds. Now we move on to the next step, which is just following the steps prescribed on the box. So we are going to stir in the water and milk that it requires, along with the noodles and the sauce packet. That's one of the greatest things about Hamburger Helper. It is a meal in a box besides your protein, and it's very quick. So let's go ahead and get the water in first. You need 1 3/4 cup of water. So we've got our water in. Let's go ahead and pop in our pasta. Now we're going to do 1 3/4 cup of milk, and that is a new product we get to try. So as a vegetarian, one of the things that I struggle with the most is protein. Obviously, it's totally doable with plant protein. I'm not low on protein or anything, but I'm always looking to amp up my protein. And our new product that we're doing for our milk will help with that. Silk Ultra Protein. 20 grams of protein it boasts, and 8 carbs. So I'm definitely excited to give this a try. I do protein shakes, so I'll use this protein milk with my protein shake and just hit my protein goal in one meal. So we're gonna do 1 3/4 cup of this. It looks like regular silk milk. The only thing I can tell that's different is it is a little bit thicker. I'm actually going to give a little taste from the remnants here. You can definitely taste the protein. It tastes like an unflavored protein shake. So not bad, but I think I'd put the vanilla in my cereal. Okay, let's get the last thing in the pan, which is our sauce mix. Once you get everything in the pot stirred up really well, make sure that sauce powder is mixed up, and then we're going to bring it to a boil and let it simmer for 25 minutes, and then we'll come back together. Okay, y'all, it's been 25 minutes of simmering, and it has turned into a creamy delight. Come over here and take a look. That's the finished product, guys. It is so creamy, and it looks scrumptious. I can't wait to dive in. So that's all for this video, guys. Be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next foodie adventure. Bye, y'all.